Hello everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life here for another Lift&Sketch episode. Today we are doing our scrap lift for the month and we are using this beautiful layout created by Anna. I won't say her last name because I'll completely butcher it. And I am going to use the Llama Love collection that I got from Michaels. So I am... I'm not on the bandwagon. I'm not off the bandwagon. I'm just kind of like, to llamas. They're cute. If I can make one or two layouts with them work, I'm going to make it work. So I decided I was going to take advantage of this really fun kind of sunburst design and using a bunch of these papers because I've kind of had this collection in my stash for a while now. And I was just ready to get a lot of it used up so I can just get through it. I'm really trying to be good and dig through my stash. So I'm going to do a lot of deep stash diving in the next few months. I am still getting my secret non-secret kit, but yeah, I'm actually thinking we're trying to save up a little bit of money to move. So I'm actually thinking that I'm going to end up going to a every other month kit, and then I'm going to decrease my amount a little too, so I'm going to have even less stuff coming in, which isn't really a bad thing because I have a lot of stuff, you guys, like a lot so no big deal. My plan here, and I did not know what I was doing at first. I wasn't thinking. I just started randomly cutting thinking I can make everything match up. You can't. Don't do what I did. You cannot make things match up. Flip over a piece of paper or grab a piece of white cardstock or anything that is 12 by 12 or the sunburst size you're trying to use and just trace it out in the sunburst collection that you want, because that is how you're going to make the sunburst look correct and line up. And it was horrible. I don't know why I struggled so much, but I really just was like, no, this will all work. It'll fit together. No. So what you see me doing here, don't do it. Just don't. This is how to not scrapbook 101. Don't follow Christy's first choice. So you can see there I went ahead and I traced it. I wanted to have the white space in between my sunburst like the original scrap lift that Anna had created did. So I did take my ruler when I did it and made just a little, I think it's I don't even know, just this little tiny space in between so that when I went to cut all my papers up and everything, they're going to have that. And the other thing to make sure, if you're doing it this way, number your papers so you know where to put them back. Now, I'm doing it this way because I don't have a silhouette or any sort of die cutting machine whatsoever. If you did have one, I'd highly recommend just searching for a sunburst and using that and saving yourself some time. But I didn't, and now I have this and it's all numbered and it's just fine for what I want it to be. And so if I want to do another sunburst, I already have all the pieces and I don't have to do it again. So I don't know. I really want a silhouette. I think it would be really fun and helpful. My poor friends could stop sending me all of all of the die cuts. They spend so much time on me. I'm so spoiled. I have some of the best scrappy friends out there who send me just beautiful cut files to play with because they all know I don't have one. So, but I want to show you because maybe you don't have access to being able to get to one. So there's ways to work around things. You don't have to have layouts with these, really crazy silhouette cut pieces. You can do things just by hand. And if you're artistic, I'm sure you can create really neat designs. So there I go. I've got everything all sorted out. I've got all my papers. It did take me a little bit to figure out the spacing of the pattern papers I wanted to use because I didn't want two colors right next to each other and all of that. And I did know I wanted to use the llamas. At this moment in time, I have no idea what photo I'm using, what this layout's going to be about. I'm assuming it's going to be about Nora or myself because it's a little girly. And yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind using girly colors on Jackson. I say this all the time. But this is a little maybe a little much. He might, down the road be a little mad at me if I did this. So no, this I know is probably going to be a Nora layout, but I don't know what. I did like, again, how on Anna's original layout she had done stitching. So I went ahead and did that. And then on the stitching line, because it kind of almost folds the paper, it's the perfect fold over to use. And so I went ahead and I also folded up some of my paper. And now I'm just kind of playing with what photos I want to use. You see me quickly go through them. And that is the photo I'm going with. This photo cracks me up every time I see it. It is of Nora when I told my little munchkin that it was time to get out of the tub, and that was the face she made me. She's like, nope, I want to stay in. I'm having too much fun, mommy. No, thank you. It was really funny. And she's not even 1 yet. She turns 1 in 2 weeks. So it's not like, actually, a week. Oh my gosh, it's next weekend. So it's not like she really understood what I meant when I said it's time to get out, but it was just very convenient how that was the face she made me, and I just happened to be able to capture it, so it was just cute. And I'm just kind of trying to find something to back this photo with. I don't want it to be crazy layers because all of that pattern paper is there, so I was just trying to find something. And when I dug into this, I pulled out this piece of pattern paper, which has some of the llamas. And as I'm looking at it, one of the llamas is sticking its tongue out. And it was just like, it was meant to be. And so I decided, well, I'm going to have to fussy cut that out and use that on this layout because it looks just like her. They're both just sticking their tongue out. I love it. This layout cracks me up. I can't help it. Just looking at the photo and I just start laughing because it's so her. She is so full of personality, even at just being almost 1. She's just vibrant and so funny. She is a sassy pants, and oh Lord help us as she gets older. But she's adorable and she's fun, and I love her personality. She's completely different than Jackson, but like a lot of the traits, like they're funny traits. Like they obviously got the funny gene from one of us. I don't know. I don't think I'm that funny, so it's gotta be from Sean or something. But it's just, my kids are hilarious. So I love it. Like I said, I loved it. So I'm gonna fussy cut out the llama and just kind of tuck it underneath the photo right there. It just kind of nestled itself right there perfectly. And then I walk away. So I'm back like almost a whole week later because this has been sitting. I was at work and things kind of at home it's been a very busy month, and so it's been a little crazy. And I had a bunch of stuff on my phone, and I can only record so much before my phone's like, nope, you need to get things off. So I didn't have the time to do it. So I'm back doing this at the beginning of this week. And it was good because I was able to think of a title. And do you see my title? It's pretty funny. So no Prob Llamas at bath time. Isn't that funny? Isn't that cute? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It fit. I don't know where all of these pun intended type layouts have come from, but they've all been with Nora too, right? Like I just did the one with her at the dryer that said I love you loads, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just in a pun type titling layout mood, I suppose. And one thing I really wanted to kind of go through and get through, like I said, I'm trying to get through my stash, is I have one container that's full of baby things, and Nora's not really a baby anymore, so I need to get through this and use them up and move on because we're done having kids, unless some crazy thing happens, which I really hope it doesn't. I'm very happy with my 2. We're done. So I don't need these baby themed things anymore. I can move on to toddler, and Jackson's now into like big boy things. So yeah, I was just trying to use a few of them up, and I just ended up using them as layers, which fit perfectly, and I really loved that. And then I'm going to figure out how to do a little bit of journaling and wrap up my layout. So while you watch me do that, hint number 2. So I told you, and I'm sure if you watch Rachel, she's told you too, there's something special coming up at the end of the month. And I just want to tell you that you have to come back the last Saturday because we just maybe which obviously means we do, have another episode coming up, and it's gonna be interactive. So we have a very, very special person who I love and adore, who's helping us out. And you get a chance to play with whatever it is. And there's some prizes. So that's all I'm going to tell you because I don't want to give too much more away. I want to leave it until the 30th. I think the Saturday is the 30th. And I want to leave it so you can see. So it's the weekend of Easter, which is a good way to kind of remember that it's happening. And I think you're all going to love it. I'm very excited about it. I know Rachel's excited about it. And like I said, we haven't done like a giveaway or anything fun in quite a long time. So it's very much due. And I am just so excited to share with you in a couple weeks what's going to happen. So you can see I am kind of wrapping up this layout. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I was going to journal across all those strips. I wasn't digging that. So I'm going to go off camera and find something else to use. I ended up going back to the 12 by 12 pack and using another llama, believe it or not, and then that notes thing that I'm going to just write my journaling on and wrap everything up. So please make sure, if you haven't already, you head on over and check out Rachel's take on this awesome scrap lift. I love this layout. Anna's original layout is absolutely amazing, and it was a lot. I really had fun playing with this one. I haven't really played with my scrapping like this in quite a while, so it was a lot of fun, and I'm really getting back into my groove and just enjoying scrapping for what it is. So thanks again, everyone, so much for watching. You're kind of seeing me rearrange everything again, but here's the take of Anna's one more time for you to look at, and my final layout as well. Isn't that fun? Just sticking out her tongue like a llama. All right, everyone, see you in a while. Bye!